So here's an update on my 29 that I've done several videos on. I just have the night light on at the moment because I just want to kind of show what it looks like with just the blue light. I have another 29 that I've set up that I haven't made videos about yet. I'll show it after I make a video about this one. I just want to start with this blue light. It's quite a bit brighter than the other one, and it doesn't have as nice effects. And I'm about to like cough or sneeze or something. I apologize in advance if I do. The daily highs have went up 20 degrees in like the last few days. I have really bad seasonal allergies. So it's just right at the beginning of just my allergy hell for the next couple months. Anyways, it's really heavily planted. This is one with all my platies. There's nothing in here but platies. And so now I put a lot of plants in here. I'll show you in a second. They'll turn out better. I'll turn the actual light on. I think I actually have to plug it in, so this might take a second. I don't edit these videos because I'm not trying to become YouTube famous or anything. I just like making these videos for people that like to watch videos about fish and are interested in things. So I got this plant at my local fish store. I don't know what it's called. It's pretty cool. I think it was about right here when I bought it 2 weeks ago. And I got these. These were, I have one in my new tank too. They were all one big bunch. I separated them into 3. This one is kind of right under this sponge, so I think I'm gonna move it forward just about an inch or 2 right behind this piece of wood. These things are still doing like crap. I have these in the other tank too, which will be my next video that I do right after this one. They grow completely differently. It's so weird. My moss is getting crazy. It's so cool. There are so many babies swimming around in there. So this is the only moss I've ever owned. I bought it 10, 12 years ago as Christmas moss. I've never had any other moss. I'm not a moss guy. Can anyone confirm that this is Christmas moss? Because if you told me it was Christmas moss or Java moss or any other kind of moss, I'd just go with it because I don't know. But I thought like Java moss just kind of goes off into long lines. Like you can see kind of long lines in here. But like these in here kind of, as it grows, they split off on the sides, and that's what Christmas moss does, right? I don't know. I've always sold it as Christmas moss because that's what I bought it as. Anyways, my Java ferns are doing shit. It's weird. I've never had a problem with Java fern before. In the camera, they might look a little greener than they are, but like, and I know old leaves die as new plants are growing in. Like you can see all this. This is growing off of this leaf. But this leaf is just dead. There's nothing growing off of it. There's one back in here. All this dark green. I think that's just algae. And then it's like dead at the top. No new plantlets growing off of it. Some plantlets growing off of these, but they're brown. This is dead. I had this exact tank setup almost. I want to say like 13 years ago or something, and the Java fern grew so fast it was huge. I don't know what's going on. This water should be more conducive of java fern growth than the water was that when I lived in Oregon. Anyways, I got this Aponogoton, I don't know how to say it. It's a bulb. There's a bulb back in there. There it is. And I have one in my other tank too. And it gets crazy, curly, huge across the whole top. That's cool. That's about it. Besides, look at all you can, if I can get in here, look at all these babies. Just these little red spots swimming around. Some little white ones. The camera isn't picking them up too well because they're so small. I could try and feed them right now, but I just fed them, so I don't want to like overfeed them. There's some in there. I think there's at least 30. There could be 40 or more. I had one baby out of this batch. They all look kind of reddish with black fins. It was all a blondish white. It was growing at about half the size of its siblings. And I was thinking, like, holy crap, maybe this is an albino. If I had an albino platy, that would be amazing because I could breed it back and create an albino strain. But it was so small I could never tell if it had red eyes, and I wasn't going to just flash a light right in front of it. I'm not going to blind my fish. But I haven't seen it for 48 hours. And it was always out swimming around right in here, right in front. So I think maybe it died. The fact that it wasn't growing and stuff, it just genetically was maybe weak. I don't remember the last time I updated who all is in this tank. I have a panda female, a bumblebee female. Who else did I get? They're all in the back now, of course, for some reason, even though there's nothing back there. I have a a tiger male and a tiger female. They're right in there, but you can't see them for crap right now. Anyways, I haven't done a water change on this tank yet, but I also don't test water. I know Corey would probably kill me for that, but I've never really been one to test water. I find like most test kits are so finicky that there's really no way to actually, like those ones that the tabs that change colors. I'm like, oh, is that a light green or a medium green or a dark green? Like, who fucking knows? It's either got way too low of a pH or way too high, or like tons of nitrates or none at all. I don't know. So I just don't bother, but I'm going to do a water change on this one pretty soon. Because, I mean, Corey's got his, huge indoor pond craziness that he's making, but this is just a 29. I feel like I need to do water changes, and I feel like it definitely makes fish grow faster. Okay, right here, right up here that's the female tiger. Right, boop. The male is still, he's skulking, he's right there. He's very bright. He almost has, in the right light, like a blue sheen to him, which is kind of interesting. Anyways, so I got a bunch of plants, bunch of platies, tons of babies. I wish they could, there's one right there, but I wish they could show up better. They were all out right now. I should have fed them right before I started this video, but I actually fed them about a half an hour ago, so I'm not just gonna like throw a bunch more food in. They're all super fat, and I don't want to overfeed them because all I have in here is platies. I don't have any bottom feeders yet. I don't have any quarries. I want to get probably in this tank and the other 29, probably like 10 auto sinkless each, so that's like 20. I haven't seen auto sinkless in a year. No one gets them. Maybe my local fish store owner, He'd probably get them. If I went to him and said, "Hey, do you think you can, order some auto sinkless? I'd like to buy like 20 around, $2, $2.50, whatever." He'd probably do it. Which is get to know your local fish store owners. I mean, it takes time. He didn't know me from anyone else for years because, I'd go in every 6 months or something, look around, maybe buy a fish or 3. Now I go in every other week at least. I get stuff from him because he's local. I'd rather pay 50 cents more for some food from a local fish store than PetSmart or Petco. I still shop at PetSmart and Petco all the time. But especially their gallon tank deals. You cannot beat Petco's $1 per gallon tank deals. They're amazing. And sometimes they have really nice fish. You just have to find, for every 5 or 6 or 10 bad PetSmarts and Petcos, there's one where whoever's in charge of the aquatics department knows what they're doing. They get healthy fish, they keep them healthy, they keep the tanks clean, they keep them well fed, and they're good. There are local stores that are lazy. They don't care. They get their fish in that day, bring them home from the airport or whatever, pour them into their tanks, don't medicate them, don't pay any attention of whether they eat or not, put them on sale, if not that day, the next day, and, they don't give a crap. They're making $3 off you, and no guarantees they make $3 off you. That's whatever. Some of them don't give a crap. Where I live, there aren't local fish stores anymore. There's like 3 within 40 miles. But anyways, if you have an LFS, local fish store, get to know them. Go in there, just buy food. If it's $1 more, I mean, what's a jar of food? Like, oh, you're spending an extra $1 and it's gonna be, it's gonna run out a week earlier than if you saved $1. Like who cares? Because PetSmart, Petco, wherever else, they don't care. They don't care who you are. They don't remember you. Maybe employees do, but the company in general doesn't give a crap. Local stores live off of local business, repeat customers. They want to get to know you, They want you to come back over and over and over, because if you don't, they can't exist. Anyways, I'm getting into this super rambling thing about local stores. Anyways, I want to get autos in here, and I want to get autos in the other tank. This one's starting to get pretty green. You can see, I think, from the light, the back is pretty green. It's not terrible. The water's still completely clear, and it's only on the back, and a little bit on the Java fern for whatever reason. But all right, I'm gonna end this one, and then I don't edit my videos or anything, so I'll just end this one, and I'll start the other one right in front of the one that's just a few feet away. I'll talk about that one a little bit. It's kind of just started. I've only had it, it's set up and it's cycled, and I have a few fish, and some different plants and some same plants. So, yeah. Thanks for watching this one, and then I will do the next one, and I hope you watch that one too. All right. See you soon. Bye.